Alright, hi. Today I would like to explain about Ayan financial report in 2024. Ayan, also known for the Jaya Jusko, is a prominent retail store in Malaysia that is established in 1894. Was a part of initiative from Dr. Mahathir Look East policy, which is aimed to enhance Malaysia economic landscape by learning from Japan successful retail practice. So for the business model, retail Aeon are retail and property management. Aeon take cares about its store and where they building it. So next is diverse retail format. We can find anything that we want in even in big department or to the small pharmacies at Aeon. Next is customer-centric approach. Aeon wants to know what we want and also want to enhance our shopping experience. For the last is wide product range. Aeon provide everything that we need in daily life, such as grocery, clothes, and also medicine. The core value, first of all, is customer first. Aeon prioritizing for the customer satisfaction and also experience. For the second is community engagement. Aeon actively contributing to the communities where it operates. For the third one is sustainable growth, striving for the continuous improvement and adaptation to the market change. The market position in Malaysia, Aeon are a leading retail brand. Aeon are well known and respected in Malaysia. So next is community engagement. We can easily find any Aeon store throughout Malaysia. The last is sustainable growth. Aeon has changed and improved their image over time and try to understand better the needs of Malaysian shoppers. So for the liquidity ratio, liquidity ratio is ability of the firm to meet its short-term obligation. If they fail to do so, the result of the business will be failed too. For an example is current ratio and also quick ratio. Current ratio, based on the calculation, Aeon lacks enough of the current asset to meet a short-term obligation. Even though there is a slight increase from 0.86 times in 2022 to 0.51 times in 2023, the improvement does not involve a liquidity concern. A ratio below 1 signal potential short-term financial health issue and also risk of liquidity crisis. So for the quick ratio, based on calculation, quick ratio fell from 0.17 times in 2022 to 0.14 times in 2033, indicating limited liquid asset to cover current liabilities. This decline suggests worse financial flexibility. With a ratio below 1 signaling potential difficulties in meeting urgent obligation without shedding any inventory.
For the leverage ratios, the debt ratio improved slightly, decreasing from 66.7% in 2022 to 64% in 2023. While this shows a reduction in financial risk, it is still high, though below the industry average of 75.3%. For the time interest earned ratio, it remains stable at 2.84 in both years, indicating that the company generates sufficient income to cover interest payments. For the efficiency ratios, the inventory turnover ratio improved from 5.01 in 2022 to 5.39 in 2023, reflecting a better efficiency in inventory management. However, it still lags behind the industry average of 7.1. The average collection period increased from 6 days in 2022 to 8 days in 2023. While slightly delayed, it still shows efficient receivables management. For the total asset turnover, it increased from 0.763 in 2022 to 0.79 in 2023. This indicates that the company has slightly improved its ability to generate revenue from its total assets. For the profitability ratios, the operating profit margin declined slightly from 2.3% in 2022 to 2.14% in 2023, reflecting a reduced profitability in core operations. On the other hand, the net profit margin improved from 2.69% in 2022 to 2.78% in 2023. Although it remains below the industry average of 6.16%, this indicates a slight improvement in overall profitability. For the return on asset, it increased slightly from 2.05% in 2022 to 2.2% in 2023, showing a modest improvement in utilizing assets to generate profits. Lastly, for the return on equity, it also rose slightly from 6.36% in 2022 to 6.4% in 2023. This is above the industry average of 5.25%, indicating effective use of shareholders' equity.
Next is comparing and analyzing AEON ratio with industry average. For the current ratio, AEON has lower liquidity and is not able to meet short-term obligation. Every 1 ringgit for current liability, AEON would support by Rm 51 cent in current asset compared to the industry average with Rm 1 ringgit 58 cent. For quick ratio, AEON has lower liquidity compared to industry average. AEON with ratio less than 1 shows difficulty to pay immediate obligation. This may be happening due to high dependency in inventory. For inventory turnover, AEON has lower inventory turnover compared to the industry average. Possibility of AEON has poor inventory turnover sometimes due to holding too much inventory or having poor inventory management system. For debt ratio, AEON has lower debt ratio, meaning having less borrowing compared to rest the industry average. AEON used 64%, which is financed by debt remaining using shareholder liquidity. For net profit margin, AEON has lower net profit margin compared to industry average. This happens due to high operating expenses or interest. In return on equity, AEON has higher rating in making return on equity compared to industry average. This indicates profit earned by common stockholder and earned from investment.
AEON faced several financial challenges compared to the retail industry average. Its quick ratio is 0.12, far below the average of 0.8, indicating a struggle to cover short-term obligation with the most liquid asset like cash and receivables. Similarly, the current ratio is 0.53, lower than the industry average of 1.2, suggesting that AEON may also have difficulty meeting short-term debts even when inventory is included. On the profitable front, AEON's net profit margin is 0.22%, which is very low and indicates that the company is barely making a profit after covering the expenses. However, there is a positive note. AEON returns on equity (ROE) is 6.4% higher than the industry average of 5.25%, showing that the company is effectively generating return for the shareholder. Despite this strength, AEON financial risk is heightened due to its high debt to equity ratio of 2.03, exceeding the industry average of 1.5. This reliance on debt increases the company's vulnerability to economic downturns or rising interest rates. Additionally, AEON inventory turnover is 5.69 times below the industry average of 5.5, indicating inefficiencies in selling and restocking inventory, which ties up capital and reduces profitability. To address this challenge, AEON should focus on improving liquidity, reducing debt, cutting costs, and optimizing inventory management. While there are clear areas for improvement, is a strong ROE provides a foundation to build upon for a long-term growth. For the recommendation, we're going to discuss about the strength, weakness, and also the suggestion. So the first one is the strength. which is the first one is the high inventory turnover, which is they have more than 4.69 times turnover for the inventory. And the second one is the fast collection period, which is in the 8 days. And the weakness is a low current and quick ratio. The second one is a lower net profit margin. So for the suggestion, the first one is to enhance the cost management, and the second one is to improve the liquidity. So for the conclusion, Aina has some good things going for it, like efficient inventory and a good debt collection. But they also face the challenges like low profit, high debt, and a limited cash. To improve, Aina should focus on the increasing profit. This could mean improving how they run things and adjusting price and controlling the costs. Next, improving the cash flow. This means getting better at managing their cash and reducing their reliance on the debt. By doing this thing, Aina can improve their financial health, reduce risk, and create more value for their shareholder. That's all from me. Thank you.